Hey y'all. Boo. Do you like my rollers in my hair? I'm going to a little Christmas gathering tonight. All us gals at the church, young and old and middle-aged, we're all going to get together and have a little gift exchange and eat a little bit of each other's food, and we're told to bring appetizers. And I got to thinking about it, and I don't know why, but I wanted to kind of go back retro, some of the things that I enjoyed making when I was a teenager, and one of them was called Hello Dolly's. And I bet a lot of y'all remember those too, and I literally have not made them since the 1980s with my cousin Charlene. She and I would take them to every youth gathering we were going to. That was one of our go-to things because it's very easy and they're really good. And I have my Holly Dolly Christmas sweatshirt I wanted to wear to the party tonight, and that kind of went along with the theme, Hello Dolly's. And so I put it on and I thought, you know what? I'm going to roll my hair in some 1980s rollers. And frou-frou my hair out like Dolly. So that's why I'm looking like this right now. We're going to get these in the oven, and then that'll give me time to frou-frou my hair out. And like I say, this is a very easy recipe. I guess that's one of the reasons why she and I would make it as a young youth. You know, we were 12, 13, 14. So that's why. I've got a 9x9 casserole dish, and guess what? It's from the 1980s too. We're just going total retro today, and I'm spraying it with non-stick cooking spray so they'll come out really, really easy. Y'all see my Christmas cactus back here? Isn't he pretty? I bought him when he was really little at Thomas Nursery and in town from our friends Paula and Jason, and I thought he'll be good one year, I'll never see him again. And look at him, 4 years later. He's beautiful and big, and he must have a calendar on him somewhere because he knows when it's Christmas, he blooms. So if y'all want something easy and pretty to take care of that's alive, get you a little Christmas cactus. He is. Okay, we've got to make us a graham cracker crust real quick, like nothing major. And it's 1 1/4 cups of graham cracker crumbs. And if you can't find graham cracker crumbs, if you can't find graham cracker crumbs in the store, like I can now, you couldn't in the 80s, you take the graham crackers, probably about 1 sleeve, and you'll grind it up in your food processor or smash them up in a Ziploc bag. So they didn't used to be this easy, were they? But they are now, so I'm going to utilize it. And I need 1 1/4 cups, so that's 1. And here's my 1/4 cup, and I'm putting it right over in here in my dish. I sure am. And I've got 6 tablespoons or 1/3 cup of melted butter, and we're just going to pour that over our crumbs. And y'all know I don't like to waste any of that. No, I don't. I'm going to use one of my Christmas spatulas one of y'all sent me last year. It was so pretty. I was excited to get them back out. There we go. And it's simply a matter of making that crust in the bottom. I stir it just a little bit like this. And you can take your clean hands and press it down in there. But I love to use, you see how I just kind of moisten them all? I love to use a flat-bottomed measuring cup like this and press it down in there. It does it nice and uniform, and I don't have to touch all on the food, but if your hands are clean, it's going to be fine too. Yes, it is. Move some of my products around so y'all can see. There we go. And I'll just press it down in here like that. And it does a fine job. I've got the oven preheating to 350 degrees, so we can slide these in there after we make them. I'm going to get that nice and firm, just like that. And I don't want to waste any of y'all. Y'all get down in there. There we go. Y'all see that? There's our graham cracker crust. And I know I didn't put sugar like you normally do in a graham cracker crust, but we're putting plenty of sugar on top, so I don't like to add the sugar to this graham cracker crust, okay? You'll see why here in just a minute. All right, and now we just simply layer. We've got 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I get these semi-sweet. I get this big old bag at Sam's Club, and I keep this in my refrigerator, and I'll use this all during the season. And that big, huge bag, it costs not much more than those tiny bags that you get in the stores, and it is 72 ounces or 4 pounds, 8 ounces. The other day I read something, it was 1 pound and it said 24 ounces, but it's because I don't have my glasses on, guys, so I can't see all of that. So please forgive me if I'm not saying it quite right. Y'all see I'm just sprinkling this all on there and kind of move them around evenly. That's our first layer. Y'all get it? Y'all get it? I know. Y'all see I like to enjoy the cooking. Some people just can't stand that I'm enjoying it. And they want me to hurry. And then 1 cup of sweetened coconut flakes, or shredded coconut. And this is just the Walmart Great Value brand I got there. I've got 1 cup of that. And again, you just sprinkle that around as evenly as you possibly can. You see why we made this, Charlene and I, as young youth, because it's very easy and very good. Easy and good. Why not, right? And then the other thing we do is 1 cup of chopped pecans. And I'm sure you could mix match nuts if you want to, but the Hello Dolly's that I remember just traditionally came with a cup of pecans, chopped pecans. There we are. And I'll evenly distribute those just like that. I'm going to take a picture. I'll cut that out though. Y'all won't even know I'm taking a picture unless I decide to leave it. And then we're going to pour a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. So now you see why, if you've not ever made Hello Dolly's, you see why I wasn't worried about sugar in that graham cracker crust, right? And that's also why I use semi-sweet chocolate chips. And some recipe variations I've seen, if you don't want to do the chocolate chips, you can do butterscotch chips. You can do a cup of those. And I've even made them before where I did half of the chocolate semi-sweet and half of the butterscotch chips in there too. So I've done a combination before, and it's all good. And literally you just pour this over the top right here. Just like this. Yum! I think I can get a picture of this while I'm pouring. I know. This is the story of my life, multitasking. Multitasking. Now camera, why are you doing weird stuff? Don't be doing weird stuff. We're multitasking. And we're just going to pour. Just like that. Put it on portrait so I can kind of block out all my other stuff. There we go. Okay. Ooey gooey. When these bake in the oven, that's what they get. Ooey gooey goodness. And you see how rich these are? So you can cut them in tiny little squares, kind of like you would fudge is what I like to do, and serve them that way. Okay, y'all. I'm just kind of scooting it carefully to the edge to make sure it's all covered. It's going in the oven, uncovered. A couple of pecans, y'all can get back in there for about 25 to 30 minutes on 350 degrees. And I'm gonna go frou-frou my hair and I'll be back. Do y'all see this? Oh, even smells like the 80s. Yes, it does. Can y'all see that? How pretty, and it all just kind of melts together. It's so beautiful. Yes, it is. I'm going to sit this out and let this cool really well. And then I'm going to cut it in squares, and I thought we'd put it on this pretty little cake plate I have. It's a smaller little cake plate. We'll kind of sit it around like little candies or something. So I'll see y'all then after this cools. You can cut them kind of small, because they are very, very rich, if you remember correctly. If you remember Hello Dolly's correctly. I'm going to keep on. I'm going to cut them small and get them on our little tray, and I'll show y'all what one looks like, okay? Alright guys, let's see here. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice that one and get him out of there. It's not going to be pretty, but I didn't mess it up too bad. Let's taste. It even tastes like the 1980s. I love that. I don't know what made me decide to do these, but I did, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy I did. You want to taste, baby? John's coming in from work, y'all.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I am eyeballing that. I'm going to have a taste of that, man.
You're eyeballing it?
Mm-hmm.
I got to get some pretty ones out of here so I can put on my platter. He's kind of big. There we go. Oh, it's still warm, and these have been in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and I still feel them being warm. Like I say, tiny little pieces. Let me show you up close. Doesn't it look good? Can y'all take a bite of that? Can you taste it? You see how it's all ooey and gooey all together? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Y'all are gonna ask me where that cake plate came from. I got it off of eBay several years back. It just popped up on my phone, and I thought, well, isn't that pretty? It doesn't have anything on it to tell you what it is, but it sure is Christmassy, isn't it? I know it. These remind me almost of a little fudge, but they've got that graham cracker bottom. I really don't know how to explain them. I don't. Maybe some of y'all have had Hello Dolly's and gonna explain them for me. I hope so. I just thought they'd be pretty on here instead of in this pan. You can leave them in the pan and take them to your gathering, whatever you want to do. I know I'm my own worst enemy at times, but I like pretty. I like pretty food. Plus, we need something pretty to take a picture of them, right? Yeah. Hello Dolly's. Does anybody know where that name came from? I don't. But I think it's real catchy. I love it. I love it. All right, I think I'm gonna leave the rest for John Murray. A lot of y'all will write me and y'all actually say John Murray, because I do. I'm a silly willy, and I like to say that, so now everybody's saying John Murray. All right, that's about all I have more room for, right? Right? I say that and I'll stack one more on there. There we go, guys. So pretty and festive. Okay, I really gotta get. I've got 30 minutes to get there. See y'all later. Merry Christmas.